Oh, good morning. Happy Halloween. Oh, I don't even know what's happy about it. Oi, oi, oi. Sorry. Sorry. Well, apparently I'm live on YouTube on my channel that I own. That's mine because I'm a billionaire. Oh, I didn't get any sleep last night. Just could not sleep. I mean, I had many things in my head, many things, and I tried like hell, like heck, like crazy, like loony, like cranky. I tried like a lunatic. I tried too hard, you see. I tried too hard. I didn't. Oh, fuck me. Oh, God, I'm a mess. I've been trying too hard for about a week, and gradually losing enough of me by giving to somebody else. And it's good to do that if you can and help people. But I find that if I keep giving and keep giving, it's like it's like you're cutting chunks of yourself off and giving it to somebody else. Leave out changes you made may not be saved. Who's asking me that? And why? I don't know why. Why? Anyway. Oh dear. I'm awake, but I'm less alert than normal because I had no sleep, and I'm having a whine about it right now. A little whine, and I think once the sun's up and there's a bit of daylight outside, I think I'll go out and wake myself up somehow. It's weird. It's like I went to bed in plenty of time. Oh, and as you can see, I'm back in my normal place, my normal abode, which is my small motorhome, which I love. But of course, it was a mess because I hadn't been there, and I worked on it to try and get it up to snuff and back to where it was. And then my computer decided to be squirrely yesterday. So lots of things in my head. And 1 week from today, I'll be playing a show at Sunspace. And tonight in Sunderland, and tonight at Sunspace in Sunderland, they are having. Sorry about that. They're having a Halloween do. What's Halloween do? Do. Oh, that's a cool light. That's a warm light. What do you want? Oh, that's a warm light too. No, that's cool. Oh, cool hot. Cool blue. That's nice. I like that. I have no words of wisdom because I did something silly. I went too far in trying to do something and didn't recognize the slippery slope. You know, all of me helping all of somebody else, and then that recognition that, oh my God, I let all me go. Got to get me back. Get me back. Anyway, so Halloween tonight, which, a well-known pagan religion and pagan festival, pagan way of celebrating this time of year. And steeped in all sorts of mysterious reasonings for this particular day and why celebrate it and why you're trying to keep out, you know, or whatever, I mean, I think if it's the Day of the Dead, which, you know, a lot of people believe, history says it might be that. If it is the Day of the Dead, it's a celebration of the Day of the Dead. So if you're celebrating the Day of the Dead, you're celebrating previous incarnations of yourself and friends and family that you've lost. I don't know. Don't know. I've been talking quite a lot about death lately. It's kind of weird. I think it's because overall, over everything, it's the thing that people fear most of all, and yet it's the thing that's most inevitable if they're awake and thinking. It's the most inevitable thing that's going to happen. I think it should be a celebration. I mean, especially if it's somebody that made it past, you know, whatever, into the 60s or 70s or 80s or 90s or whatever. It's like, had a good innings. But my concern is how we live, not how we die. I mean, I don't want to die screaming in pain, of course, who does? But I know I'm going to die, and I'm not going to be in a rush to get there. But there are things that I'm being encouraged to do. Me personally, I'm being encouraged to do in order to prolong my life that doesn't prolong the quality of my life. It's a cure that means, I mean, this is something that I've thought about a great deal, is if the quality of life drops off, even even if you're older, like, I'm not 70 yet, but if you're 70 and your quality of life has to drop off for the last 10 years, and you have a choice to not get to a treatment, and well, I think that's a choice. I think that's an active choice. I don't think it's a bad one. I mean, it's not necessarily something I would do, but it's something that I've thought about, I've pondered for a while. It's like, if the quality of your life is dropping off to the point of being painful every day, like really painful every day, and the medicine that you're taking, whatever medicine or whatever recognition of your illness or pain you're taking, is making your life, I didn't know I was going to be talking about this, making your life less than good quality ability to look after yourself, you know. I mean, you've got to be able to look after yourself. I mean, that's to me, that's important. But I've always lived by my own rules, you see. So looking after myself is it's definitely on my agenda. So I don't want to be a burden to anybody else, which is one part of that equation. I was like my mum used to tell, "Oh, I don't want to be a burden." It's like, well, I don't mean it in a humble way. I just mean that I don't want to prevent anybody else from living their life fully by looking after me. Now, they might want to look after me, but I don't want to be a doddering old sod who needs constant supervision. You know, wouldn't be able to go to the toilet on their own, wouldn't be able to go to cook their own breakfast or clean their own house or, you know, the things that we normally do. If I wasn't able to do any of those tasks and somebody else had to do them for me, I'd be like, no, 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 I'm ready to go. I don't need to be a burden to anybody. But I'm not condoning suicide. I'm condoning quality of life. So I'm not going to take the cure for whatever ailment I might or might not have, um, if it's going to reduce my quality of life to the point where I couldn't look after myself. And I've seen people, I talked to somebody yesterday, and, you know, the quality of their life is so downhill. And he's at a point where he can't look after himself. And it's because of the medication that he's getting for his particular problem, which is killing him, but they're prolonging it and they're making it, well, it's his life is being made because of the medication's side effects. His life has become drudgery. I mean, absolute drudgery. Can barely take care of himself. I mean, it's sad. I mean, it's very sad. But he's making the choice because the doctors, you know, have an oath to keep him alive. And it's like, whatever. And I think most of the things that people develop later in life, disease wise, that might kill them, most of those things are curable. I believe they are. I mean, if people put their minds to it instead of administering drugs they don't want, you know, it's like, gosh. Anyway, hello, Frank Crumlish. Frank Crumlish. George Allen. Hi, George. My favourite piper. Okay. Yeah, Frank Crumlish. Crumlish. I'm thinking more Kevorkian. Frank Crumlish. Is that an English name? Crumlish. It certainly sounds like it. Uh, I haven't, to be honest, I haven't really heard that name, and I'm very tired this morning. I don't know what's going on with me, but I don't know. But Frank Crumlish certainly sounds like an English name, and okay, let's put this over there. Mm-hmm. There was a Frank Crumlish. Okay. Heartbroken pensioner, Irish independent. I don't know. I don't know if you're referring to a real person or can I bring you anything? I forgot all about coffee. Um, I'm not ill. Uh, I'm I'm just going through scenarios. I've been taking care of somebody who's particularly ill, and I have another friend close to me who's particularly ill and taking the cure, which is making his quality of life worse. But I just had no sleep last night because my mind was a buzzing, and now I'm awake and talking to the screen. Sorry, I'm awake and talking to the screen, and the beauty is my mind that was buzzing is now gone flat. My brain, not my mind. So I'm not very sharp this morning. I'm a little blunt. Oof. Uh, yes, real person. So searching these in Europe. Yeah, I mean, but this it's yes, there is, but there's so many search engines. I know you're a Google man because you've sent me stuff before where I've had to jump through a couple hoops to open, but I do open them. Um, no, okay. Let's have a look at this heartbroken pensioner. It's in the Irish Independent who lost his wife 4 months ago. Now faces having oh bollocks. A family home demolished. Heartbroken County Donegal pensioner who lost his wife in January is set to have his home demolished in the coming weeks. The home of Frank Crumlish, 76, at Drummaville, Malin in County Donegal, has been. Oh gosh. It's one of those things where it's got a grayed out drop down and you have to subscribe to see more of the news. Ugh, it's just rubbish. Okay, I could use another place, but is that who you're talking about? Is there a secret engine? A search engine. Okay. Is there a search engine they're using? Your most predominant one is Google globally, and there are obviously many search engines. DuckDuckGo is a good one because it doesn't rely on the larger search engines' results. But that's just the way it. Does ChatGPT make up facts? ChatGPT will. Does it make up facts? No, no, it doesn't make up facts. In fact, most facts are not facts. They're just broad strokes. So I don't think ChatGPT is going out of its way to lie, but I do think it's a very poor use of our time to rely upon it because it's programmed, pre-programmed, and we're programming it by talking to it. The more we talk to it, more people talk to it, the more information it has. The more information it has, the more it disseminates that information based on the popularist answers. So again, it's a loop, and it's a bad loop. It stops us from having to think in linear terms. Oh, Frank Crumlish Norton engine builder. Okay, all right, I can find that. That's something here. Okay. Crumlish, come on. Crumlish. Norton. Frank Hugh Crumlish, born September 21st, 1897, Ontario, Canada, died about, this is just from Wikitree. No, that's not good. I'm not very good at searching at the moment. I'm just not sharp enough right now. Okay. Frank Crumlish, Norton engine builder. Norton engine maker builder. Norton Owners Club. Who designed the Norton Nemesis engine? Al Melling, who made the Norton motorcycle. Solihull, West Midlands, England. What bike was called the Widowmaker? We know that. How much is that? Our story begins. Okay. This might be fun. No, missing Frank Crumlish. Missing Frank. Wow. No, he's not getting any mentions here. Oh, wait a minute. This one, because it's Australian. An Australian website. James Landau Norton, known as Pa in Birmingham, built with French Swiss engines. The first Norton engine made with production. Blah blah blah. Rem Fowler. Oh, that's this racing guy. 1913. Joint direction. Yeah, it's not going to mention him either. Oh well. I don't know if you're thinking about a Norton motorcycle or whether it's the Norton antivirus software engine. I don't know. I have to read the whole article. You're taking up my time, George. I'm not going to be on this for much longer, 24 minutes. This is going to be boring for most other people. Although I must admit that I do like the Norton motorcycle. The first motorcycle I ever rode was a Norton. Yeah, Norton Commando. I rode one that was from the Second World War, and it was the ones that you could fold in half. The frame was bolted in such a way that it would fold in half, and then they were being dropped to the troops to use in the Second World War. But I rode one of those. It was a neighbour's bike, and I was tiny, and it was huge, but it was my first taste of motorcycling. I was like, this is amazing. Jeff Duke riding for Norton. I remember that. Jeff Duke. I remember that name. Yeah, that's a Norton. No, that's a Dominator. Featherbed frame. And it's all about the racing bikes now, the Manx ones. Isle of Man. Desert Racer. Nope, no mentions here. Okay. Oh gosh, George. Is there such an function engine builder? By the way, big motorcycle rally this weekend, Sunday morning, Hanson Dam. Oh, good. I bought an Auton and his name is engraved on the engine cases. Have you tried using Chat GPT? No, I won't. I mean, not because I mean, it's no different from using Google, I suppose, but or any of the other search engines, apart from the ones that I've been using, like DuckDuckGo, and there's a couple of others. They use a lot of archive stuff that kind of confirms the ideas of what I'm searching for and gives me better places to go. I mean, basically, Chat GPT is Wikipedia, and I mean, Wikipedia is good, but it's like it's not comprehensive. The reason I know that is somebody put up a Wikipedia page for my band with some of my help. I mean, they called me and said, you know, what date was this? But I'm not very good myself with chronological dates, so I kind of no, it wasn't kind of. I kind of helped a little bit with the help setting up of the Wikipedia page, but there are anomalies in there, and it's not just anomalies. It's like when you want to know the truth about something, you need a long story, especially if it's something that's been going along for quite a while. So it's going to be a long story, and people want snappy answers, don't they? And I'm not a snappy answer kind of guy, because I don't believe that, you know, people say, oh, the truth is out there. No, it's not. Only your truth. The truth, we'll find out when we die. I'm entirely convinced that just through my own thought processes that this can't be it. This human experience is not all that my being is. There's more to come. So that's why I'm not frightened of death, and that's why I was talking about it earlier. God, Norton Villiers. Yeah, they 500 twin stepped piston engine as an Norton Villiers Tremor had serious financial problems. Was dropped in favor of rotary Wankel type engine inherited from BSA. That was I think that was probably a bad idea. Yeah, doesn't say anything in here, but that is interesting that his name was engraved on your engines, but maybe it was somebody who had not necessarily made the engine, but I don't know. I'm guessing. All right. So I was talking about life and death, and which is kind of appropriate on Halloween, and not fearing death, and also not being a burden to others by prolonging your miserable existence if you have a miserable existence due to an illness that is being treated and getting side effects. That sounds very convoluted. Probably saying it all backwards. Yeah. Anyway, that's about it for this morning. Ouch. Happy Halloween. Um, yeah, celebrate life by acknowledging the Day of the Dead. Have we tried using ChatGPT? Okay. Cheers, George. Have fun this Halloween. Play the bagpipes out in some place where the squirrel of the pipes can be heard bouncing off buildings and stuff. That'd be nice. I have to get along now because I've got lots to do today. I'm probably going to be slower doing them because I didn't get enough sleep. So that's it. I love you, and I will leave you with this song. Oh, no, I won't. Cheers then. Bye. Love you.